What's going on, everybody? It's GameUnboxingReviews here, and welcome back to another LEGO Marvel Avengers news update. Now, today's video is going to be all about characters, some brand new characters that have been revealed for the game. Some are from screenshots, some are from events, and others are also from the achievements which have been released. Now, I'm not going to talk about all the achievements because they're too spoilery, and I don't really want to talk about that because it's a surprise. You know, you don't want everything spoiled for you, but what I am going to talk about is the characters which it mentions that we didn't know about yet. So, without further ado, let's get to it. Alright, so first up here, of course, we can see our very first in-game look at Jane Foster, and she looks very cool indeed. Obviously, she's wearing the clothes that she wore when she went to Asgard in Thor the Dark World, so I don't think we're getting the casual clothes version, but it makes sense because you don't play through Thor, you play through Thor the Dark World, so that's fine. And it's obviously the same design from the Thor the Dark World DLC pack that we got for LEGO Marvel Superheroes. Now, that's cool and all, but we don't know what Jane Foster would be able to do. Obviously, what they have said, though, is that every character that was in the first game is kind of getting improvements, so it'll be interesting to see how they improve civilians. Don't get me wrong, I like Jane Foster. I think Natalie Portman does a brilliant job as the character, but gameplay wise I just don't see her doing much. But you know, I could be proven wrong. Now, the background though looks absolutely amazing, and one of the cool things about it is if you look in the background you can see a huge dark elf ship that is made entirely out of Lego. So if you had the Lego bricks, you could literally make that in real life. That's just insane. Next up, we have another Asgardian character, and it is, of course, Odin. Yes, Odin is playable in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, again using the same design from the Thor the Dark World DLC pack that they had for LEGO Marvel Superheroes, which I'm fine with. I mean, honestly, I really like them designs. I didn't see any need to change them whatsoever. I mean, it would kind of be a waste of time, so why not reuse them? It doesn't matter, it's cool. So yes, you can play as Odin if you want to, and the great thing about this game is obviously, you know, with LEGO Marvel Superheroes, we had, like, Manhattan, and that was it, and now we have, like, South Africa, we've got Malibu, we've got Manhattan again, but we also have things like Asgard. So you can walk around Asgard as Odin, you can go to his throne room and all that kind of stuff. It's just really cool, and I hope there's, like, you know, random attacks on Asgard. It'd be so cool if you're walking around as Odin and all of a sudden some frost giants come or some dark elves or something like that, and you get to fight them and take them out, and then maybe some other Asgardians joined in and had a big fight and it was just this all-out fight in the middle of Asgard. That would be extremely cool. Next up, we have, of course, Captain Universe, and she looks extremely cool in this game. One of the things I've always loved about this character is her design, because the idea of her skin looking like the actual universe around her, it just looks amazing. You know, I've always liked that. Now, for powers, she has superhuman strength, flight, microscopic vision, X-ray vision, telescopic vision, telekinesis, enhanced senses, and a psychic awareness of imminent danger. Plus, here's the cool thing I like about this. When someone already possesses one of those abilities, any of those abilities, it does not matter, their powers will be amplified by vast amounts. So if a character can already fly and becomes Captain Universe, they will have much better flight abilities. That's really cool. I really like the idea of that. Now, I'm not sure of the identity of who is Captain Universe in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, but still, she looks really cool and I can't wait to play as her. Next up, we have another civilian character, and it is, of course, Justin Hammer. Justin Hammer appeared in both Iron Man 2 and the Marvel one-shot, All Hail the King. So it's really cool to see him here, because I liked him. I thought he was a really good character. No word on if Sam Rockwell will reprise his role, but there is a quest in the game that features him called Hammer Time. Yes, I'm not kidding, Hammer Time. You know that. You'd expect something like that. It's TT Games. They're brilliant at their humor and everything. So I would imagine, you know, if there's a quest and he actually speaks to you and tells you to do something, it must be Sam Rockwell, but you know, we will just have to wait and see. Alright, so this is an interesting one. So basically, a user named Alfie Taylor on Twitter contacted me and basically said that at Brick 2015, they actually announced Abomination, as well as a few other things which we already knew about. But I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but A-Bomb can also turn invisible in the game, which is extremely cool. But anyway, yes, so Abomination was apparently announced at Brick 2015, and I said thank you to Arthur for putting him in the game, because I was so excited, because I love Abomination. He's really underrated in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I still still absolutely love The Incredible Hulk. I watched it the other night and it's still as brilliant as it was when I first watched it. So to see him in the game is great, and he seemingly confirmed it. So yes, Abomination is technically in LEGO Marvel's Avengers, which is great. Now I doubt he can transform into Blonsky because I don't think he can actually do that. I think he's stuck in that form, but he will have super jumps and wall climbing and everything, and that's just going to be so much fun. I mean, some people don't know about this, but there's going to be a red brick in the game which allows you to attack and target the co-op partner. So imagine turning that on and just jumping around the city as one player is Hulk and the other is Abomination and just fighting each other in Harlem. I mean, that kind of stuff is just going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what everyone gets up to. Now, obviously, there comes a time when I do these videos where I literally have no idea who the character is that I'm going to talk about. So, of course, I do a bit of research and learn a thing or two. And the next character that I talk about after this, it also applies for them as well. So, one of the things I've loved about the character Daredevil, since I ever heard of Daredevil, since, I ever saw him, was that he was blind. And the reason I say that is because Daredevil, despite being blind, despite having this disability, he keeps on fighting. He keeps on fighting, keeps on moving, protecting the city, protecting Hell's Kitchen. He does that, and it's just amazing. I really find Daredevil to be a very inspiring character. I know he can slightly see with his, vision, the world on fire and all that kind of stuff. I completely know about that, but he's still blind. He is still blind, and I just find that to be inspiring. I really do. I think Daredevil's always been a very inspiring character. And so to find out about the character I'm going to talk about now, Maya Lopez, aka Echo, to find out that she's deaf, that's just really interesting, because despite being deaf, she's still a hero. She still does what she has to do. And I mean, Matt and Maya are really inspiring characters. So let's talk about some facts for Maya Lopez, aka Echo. So Maya is an Olympic-level athlete who possesses the ability to perfectly copy other people's movements, just by watching other people. That's all she does. She watches other people and she can copy their movement. I'm trying to think of how that's going to work in-game. I was thinking maybe she copies thugs, but wouldn't that be kind of rubbish because it would be kind of generic fighting style? It wouldn't be fun. It would not be fun. Maybe what I was thinking of is maybe it's just going to be a combination of loads of characters that are already in the game and choose their abilities. And I'll talk more about that at the end once I finish talking about the character. So some of the things she's become just by watching other people is a concert level pianist, a strong martial artist, a highly skilled acrobat, and a gifted ballerina. But here's the cool stuff. In addition to that, she's also gained Bullseye's uncanny aim and Daredevil's acrobatic abilities simply by just watching tapes of their fights. That is it. That's how she's learned that kind of stuff. She's awesome. She sounds really cool. So what I was saying there about maybe her having multiple characters' abilities, maybe, she's going to have really good aim and she'll have Daredevil's acrobatic abilities and stuff like that. We'll have to see how she plays in game, but honestly, I want to learn more about this character because, like I said, Daredevil is a very inspiring character, and from what I've read so far, Maya sounds like she shares the same. And lastly, before we start talking about the characters that we can see from the achievements, we have one more character to talk about, and it is, of course, Lightspeed. Now, Lightspeed has superhuman stamina and reflexes and can fly at high supersonic speeds. Now, here's something interesting that I found out. So, I was rewatching some videos for LEGO Marvel's Avengers, and I believe it was the one with Will Evans where they were showing off some of the different Iron Man suits, and I'm pretty sure he said that certain suits have different abilities. So, like, Nightclub is a stealth suit, so it might be able to turn invisible and stuff like that. But he said one of the suits is the fastest. It's like a supersonic suit. It can fly faster than all the others, and I'm pretty sure he was referring to the Mark 40. If you remember from LEGO Marvel Superheroes, every character that could fly was pretty much the same speed. None of them were faster than the other from what I remember. They were all the same speed. If you flew from one side of New York to the other side of the same character, you'd probably get roughly the same time. But this time around, it seems like they're going something different. Maybe there are characters that are faster than others. Maybe Iron Man Mark 40 is faster than all the other Iron Man suits, and maybe Lightspeed is one of the fastest flying characters in the game. I mean, it really seems like they could do that because, they really want to make each character feel different. So if that means making one character slower or faster than the other, then they'll do it. So it'll be interesting to see how all these characters are different in-game. And last but not least, we're of course going to be talking about the achievements. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm not going to be showing all the achievements because it spoils stuff. What I'm going to be doing is just talking about the ones that tell us about a new character. But if you would like to see all the achievements, just click the link in the description and it'll take you right there. So, first up we have Over the Moon. And to get this, all you got to do is play as Moon Knight, Moondragon, and Moonboy in one session. Obviously, we already knew about Moon Knight and Moonboy, but yes, Moondragon is in the game, so it'll be interesting to see how she plays and what she can actually do in the game. The next one we have is Giant-Sized Marvel. This is probably the one I'm most excited about, and all you gotta do to get this is grow as Ant-Man, Black Goliath, and Fin Fang Foom in one sitting. So there you go. For everyone asking, is Ant-Man in the game? Of course Ant-Man's in the game. There he is. Ant-Man is in the game. And this time round, he can grow. Not only shrink, he can grow. Obviously, he'll be able to shrink. I mean, you know, some people might think, how can they do both abilities? But if you watch the Kamala Khan gameplay, she can grow massive and turn and shrink. So yes, Ant-Man will probably be able to do both, which is fantastic news. And it would be so cool if Ant-Man's appearance changed, maybe his helmet changes and stuff when he grows, just like in Earth's Mightiest Heroes. That would be really cool. The final one is, of course, Stiff Upper Lip, and it says play as Captain Britain, Union Jack, Spitfire, Agent Carter, and Mandarin Trevor Slattery. Now, I'm pretty sure that we knew about Spitfire. If I remember correctly, she was in the grid, but I don't recall seeing Union Jack. So there you go. Union Jack is also in the game and playable. He didn't really do anything in LEGO Marvel Superheroes from what I remember. He just had a pistol and just kind of shot it. But maybe he'll have some more abilities because, you know, they've said that every character that was in the first game should have some improvements this time round. So it'll be interesting to see if they have improved Union Jack in the game. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video. I mean, honestly, if I had to guess, I'd say this is probably going to be my last news update for LEGO Marvel's Avengers of 2015. But don't worry, I'm going to be back in 2016 talking all about this game. Hopefully there'll be more details on the Season Pass by then. I'd really like to see some screenshots, a trailer, anything really, anything at all, because I'm very excited to see what else that's going to have to offer. And Arthur has also said that January is going to be news overload, so we should get a lot of very exciting news on the run-up to launch. Now, obviously, it isn't the end of the year yet, and this game isn't out, but I would just like to say a huge thank you to everyone who has watched my videos this year, whether it be for LEGO Jurassic World, LEGO Dimensions, or LEGO Marvel's Avengers. I really need to thank you all for such amazing support, as it really means the world to me. Alright guys, so I want to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned for lots more videos real soon, and as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.